I didn't like the first Boxcar Children graphic novel because it's only 25 pages long. That's way too short when the original book is 150 pages long. I have no idea who decided, let's throw out 85% of the story! Because that's a terrible decision which will ruin the plot of pretty much any book. It's a little worse with Surprise Island, which is about 25 pages longer than the first Boxcar Children book. So there's even more material that gets thrown out in the adaptation.
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
Here's a summary of the graphic novel. The Boxcar Children are spending the summer on an island. They make a museum, and they discover a cave with Indian artifacts. They have an eventful playdate with their friends, and they're surprised to learn that Joe, the island's handyman, is actually their cousin who they've never heard of before. This was an improvement over the first graphic novel, mainly because there was a better adapter. The new adapter made more of an attempt to focus on the major plot points that I just mentioned. It's still pretty bad and rushes through everything. It feels like a first draft. It's hard to understand what's going on when the story jumps around so much. I thought the mystery with Joe was done pretty poorly in the original. Giving only part of the mystery here doesn't improve things. This book introduces a new problem, which is dialogue that appears out of order. Instead of Henry asking a question and Joe answering it, we get Joe answering a question and then Henry asking it. The dialogue's fairly bad in general because the book is so short, nobody's allowed to have a full conversation. What would have been a full conversation in the original is cut down to 1 or 2 sentences in this version. The dialogue feels more disjointed than it is, because the book keeps jumping around from scene to scene. The art is slightly better. The characters' faces are shown far more often. Their poses are a bit odd at times, but at least it's not one of those comics where the characters are standing in the exact same position 95% of the time. Overall, I would not recommend this graphic novel. Read the original book, you'll get 5 to 6 times as much story, and the dialogue makes more sense. I give the Boxcar Children graphic novel number 2, Surprise Island, a 1 out of 5.